All right, Coach Medlin, another Illinois championship performance. Talk about your guys, how you felt they performed today.
It was awesome from day one to now. Okay, from camp, picking the team all the way to here, they adjusted every single chance they got, and it was fantastic. The end duel was the best that they wrestled all day for the tournament, and that's what you want with the dual team tournament.
Can you talk about their training a little bit? It seemed like when I was watching, all the guys were so sound in their position. For such a younger age group, they're so sound in their position. They all seemed like clones of one another, 2-on-1, just pushing out of bounds. I mean, talk about how you get that out of your guys on a consistent basis.
I mean, we preach it, and I'd like to take credit for it at the camp, but we've got a great group of coaches back in Illinois. They kind of bought into the idea of just not getting into over-unders and throwing guys and really dominating position and getting after the position first and then attacking the score. So, it started a bunch of years ago, and it's kind of, these young kids are kind of a product of what happened, 8-10 years ago.
Right. Can you just talk about the grind of this tournament? I mean, wrestling 10 guys, a couple guys injured.
Yeah.
Just what's it like going through this?
Oh, it's hard. I mean, you get through camp, we have a 4 or 5 day camp, and then we get here, kids have to make weight, everything kind of has to happen, a step at a time. We keep preaching, you just got to make it, look for the next right thing to do. If the next right thing to do is weigh-ins, it's weigh-ins. If it's the second round, we concentrate on the second round. In the third round, we concentrate on the third round. And then we just kind of, try to get better every single match, but at the same time break this holistic thing into a bunch of smaller, manageable pieces. And by the end, we're going to get what we want.
Can you talk about Kamal Bay a little bit for me? His performance, he just, in the finals, 2 5-point moves in about 20 seconds.
He's the greatest Greco high school wrestler I've ever seen.
Really?
And that's hands down. He's the most athletic high school athlete I've ever seen in my life. And the sky's the limit for him. He's starting to improve in positions that he just was weak from when he was a cadet or a schoolboy. And it's kind of scary where he can go in the next 4 or 5 years at the senior level. So we're going to enjoy watching him. He's always fun. He's always attacking, and we're gonna look for big things out of him.
Right. And, a lot of these guys, if not all of them, probably going to wrestle the next couple days. What's the strategy there? How do they sort of hone back in?
Go tonight. They got to make weight, and then we do a good job of the coaching staff. The 2 coaching staffs really working together, making sure we're getting rest for our guys. Like 95, we forfeited because he's a doubler. Most of this team is doubling, going both styles. That always didn't happen. About 5 years ago, we would bring in almost a whole new team. But, the tougher our kids got and the more sound they got, our best wrestlers were our best wrestlers, whether it was folk style or Greco or freestyle. So now they're on the same team, and, they're tough kids. They're prepared for this. They won it. They've seen all these guys that have came before them, the Tony Ramoses, the Ellis Colemans, and they want to be like them. So they want to test themselves at the same tournaments they tested to see if they pass the same way. They're motivated.
Yeah. Also, you brought up Ellis. I saw Ellis over on your bench. I saw guys like Nowry on your bench. I mean, what's it like having those guys here, having the trials here for Greco? I mean, it's got to be pretty cool to have that experience with the cadets.
It's awesome. It's awesome. These guys are going to get to come over here, after wrestling their matches and watch the cheer Ellis Coleman on Chill Max, Joe Rao, Brian Hope. All these guys are going to wrestle that have wrestled on these teams. There's that tightness, and Team Illinois is a family. We really preach to these guys that they have to do it for each other. It's kind of Fargo is an individual tournament, but the duels, you winning doesn't mean anything. You have to go out there, and sometimes your job is to score a point, sometimes your job is to stop getting pinned. And these guys take pride in the fact that they lost a match by decision. They're not over there hanging their heads. They're proud of the fact that they didn't get tagged, that they didn't get pinned or something like that. It's awesome. And you got Ellis who kind of comes over because when he was a cadet, he's the one who, him and Max Nowry and Joe Rao, those are the guys that started this. And it's kind of just grown into what it is today. They're the seeds. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Coach. Anything else for me?
No, go Flo. We love you guys.
Thanks, Coach.